Maintenance Man here at Mr. Dog Poop Studios. Just when you thought it was safe to watch our videos again, we're bringing back the failed microphone project. But this time, we're gonna get it right. So the idea is we wanted a microphone that we could do interviews with. But these microphones, you really have to put in the person's face to get a good sound. And we want something with more of a broad range. Something like a lavalier mic, which can pick up at a greater distance. The idea was to put the lav inside the casing of a mic. So we took this apart in the last video and took the guts out. We drilled it out. We made a whole bunch of mistakes, but we put it back together. This was the microphone originally, and then there were wires going through. We bought an XLR mic, which didn't work because it needed a phantom power supply, which kind of defeats the point of having a handheld mic if we have to put a phantom power supply on it. So we have this unit, which comes apart. There's an i58, which is a copy of a Shure 58 stage mic. It's about 30 bucks. And essentially what we want to do is we want to put our lav mic and put it in the center of this, which basically gives us a lav with a blimp on it. I did have a plan last time, and I still have a plan. Let's see if it works. I'm using a piece of expanded polyethylene, and this comes in packaging. It's something you can order, but we get a bunch of it in with items that use it for packing, so I'm just going to use a piece of it. We need something that's going to fit in here and be tight. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to kind of make a mark, and you can see that. And then using a pair of scissors, cut it out roughly, a little bit bigger. You can always cut it down, but a pair of scissors. It's not super clean, but it's just packing material. It's squishy. We can pretty much bring it down to whatever size we need. Then I'm going to punch a hole in the center. I have a razor knife. I'm just going to punch a hole right through it, make sure it comes out the other side. So I finally got a mic that would work. It's a Movo DMX-20 lav mic. I probably should have just purchased a Deity mic because we're putting it into a Deity transmitter. That would have been $125. Instead, I bought 4 of these mics until I got a good one, so it cost me $100 anyway. Try to save money, and that always costs me money. So I'm going to stick this right through here. Stick that through, and I'm going to bring this, and this is just a cover on here, but I'm going to keep it on because it doesn't hurt us, and it's going to be inside basically this blimp, which also has foam on the outside, kind of a windscreen. And we're just going to bring this down in here so it sits in there tight. Then take this and put it into here. Put it right in there so that now, if we could actually see inside, that lavalier is suspended in the center of that big unit. Then just put the lav down through here. And I'm going to unscrew this back on. And now that'll work. I want to clean it up a little bit with something to hold it down here. So I found these washers, and these are just sink washers. These are just the set of washers for sinks. Some of them are flat, some of them have a little bevel on them, and therefore the handles on your bathroom sinks or kitchen sinks. And you'll see here, these are just rubber washers, different sizes. We have one that happens to fit right in the end of that. So in order to get it around the cord, because I can't get this through it, I'm going to go ahead and just take my knife and slice that. So now it's open. So I'm going to put that around the cord and then stick it into here. Now it's not tight, but you can see it kind of finishes it off nicely and it protects the cord. I'm going to put some hot glue with a hot glue gun and just drop it in there. Hopefully it doesn't melt the rubber or the thing that I'm using. Put a little here to hold the cord in place. Let that cool down, have a beer. Then we're going to put this back together, just kind of stuff this in here so we have extra that we can twist and take it apart if we need to. There's our microphone. We've got the end in it. Go ahead and plug it into our Deity transmitter. And we talked about this, the DBTX that was supposed to go into the end of this is just not available in the US. Lucas over in Poland says they're available in Poland, but we can't get them here. So I'm not sure what the story is, but for now, we're just going to plug that in. And yeah, I see something happening. And now I'm going to use this. And it looks like I have this, I'm holding this far away from my face. So here I'm holding it at an arm's length. And it looks like I have a pretty good signal. Do I have a good signal, video guy? Okay, so I have a good signal. So, you know, with this microphone, I don't have to be right on top of it. That's obviously a problem. So now I can interview people and I can just hold it up at an arm's length or 3 or 4 feet away from them and get a pretty good signal. So an easy project if you have the right parts. Now it does have a button on it, but we disconnected it. You could have wired it through. Too much trouble. You'll see now this has got some, it's tight. The glue is holding that washer in. It's not the best, but it's not bad. You want to glue the mic onto the thing. You could use some hot glue, but you can't, and you'll see it just burns right through it. So you cannot use hot glue on that because it will melt it. So only use the hot glue on something that it's not going to melt. So now I have a microphone that I can clip this onto me. I can interview someone and get a good audio sound. I think, it sounded pretty good. You know, don't go out and buy the XLR thing that we did from Movo. We made all kinds of mistakes. Compare this video to the last one. This one was pretty smooth, pretty sweet, and pretty easy to make a nice microphone that actually has a better range. And this happened to be a Movo DMX-20, which was $25. Plug it into your existing transmitter. $30 for the mic, so $50. You got a pretty cool interview mic that's a lot better than a stage mic.